Alright, I think we'll start in just a minute.
Okay.
I'm just testing the sound a little bit here. Yeah, I think the balancing is okay. Alright. Alright. Yeah, sorry about that, ennui.
It's alright. Like I said, I just started eating.
Okay. Yeah, I figure we could go over some of my silver room logs, and we maybe could go over your log as well if you want to.
Oh,
You posted one.
the ARML log.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like, I feel like Q kinda. I mean, obviously it wasn't
yeah.
super in depth, but yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind going over that one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is maybe we could take Hugh's comments into consideration while looking over it. That'd be a
I
possibility.
think that'd be good.
Okay. Let's see here. All right, so you can see my everything is good on your end, right?
Yeah, as far as I can tell.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have anybody in yet, but I think we can just go ahead and get started. Okay, so this is my log. I'm in Silver Room, just messing around, having fun. I think we'll leave the walls up as we normally do on these.
It's funny. I've been playing a lot in Silver Room recently, and I've found it a much more enjoyable place to play than I remember it being.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't know if it's just, I don't know, maybe I'm on a good luck streak, or maybe the fact that I'm, like, just trying to get Sankansu is making the games inherently more enjoyable.
I do.
But
I do feel like if you have an improved efficiency, for one thing, it's easier to get a lead. And once you have a lead, then you certainly can play more defensively. So, in a way, I don't know. Like I mentioned this on Navita's stream. It's like, do you feel like you can play more defensively? And he said, no, you play more aggressively in silver and in gold. But I think in some situations you can play way more defensively in silver and gold because there's no Tsumo.
right. Well, and I think that's a really good point that you brought up. That the problem, like, and I remember someone telling me this when I first started playing. Like, it's okay to fold if you're not exactly sure what to do, like early on, especially because it's not like the other players are going to punish you all that much. Whereas in Jade Room, if everybody folded every time someone called Ricci, then it would just be a sumo hell.
Right.
And if you weren't able to put together a winning hand, then you'd end up in last just by default.
Right. Well, why don't we go ahead and get started? And also, if anyone has any, let me know if there's any issues with the audio from anyone who's watching. Really appreciate it because sometimes I watch the VODs back and I realize there's a problem with the audio and I just never knew. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and get started.
Yeah, just a note from me: the music is a little. Well, I mean, it's off now, but a little loud.
Okay.
For us, but that might just be a me thing.
Yeah, I wonder.
I just turned the stream volume down for myself, but
I'm actually not sure if. Hold on, I'm sorry. Let me stop this and let me see if I can adjust. I don't think it makes any. Like, I don't think it'll change anything if I lower the volume. Like, I would need to change the HTML. Why don't I just stop the music? Because I'm worried that it's going to overwhelm your voice. It's not that big a deal. Let me go ahead and shut this down. It's fine. It's fine. We don't need music necessarily. I'll need to figure out how to adjust the volume of that. That's something I didn't think of. Like the balancing the audio between Discord and the music that is just in an HTML file and my voice is like too challenging for the moment. But yeah, let me go ahead and did we miss anything important? Or there's a Ricci,
No, there was just and that Ricci just happened.
right? And I just dropped the South. That seems fine.
And you have nothing. I wonder though if you could have dropped the 6-0 first
Hmm.
to keep Cheetoy alive.
That's a good point. I don't know though, because well, so I mean, I feel like it's almost like half of one, six a dozen of the other because dropping Souths um, might allow me to maneuver towards a hand anyway. And I feel like
Yeah,
given
a
the
normal
shapes
hand.
here, um, and also the nines are fine to drop, so I feel like simples here is not crazy. Folding
No,
into
it's not.
simples.
That's a good point. And you know what? I somehow just missed that the South was their first discard.
Hmm. Oh,
So
so it didn't seem like a Gembutsu tile, or didn't really.
right, I thought you were just discarding a random probably safe tile. Like the
Mhm.
fact that it's Genbutsu and I mean, this hand does have lots of good shapes, so you can still
Yeah.
go for
Yeah, and the nine here is also a really good discard because I have one of the sixes. It can only deal into a Tonki weight. We can see that. Um,
or Shenpon,
oh,
but
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I was acting okay. I got confused in my head because I was imagining there was another nine so discard when it's a six so. Yeah, I have these weird logic flubs sometimes. Yeah, yeah, you're correct. It can deal into a champon as well.
that's not much.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's not. It's certainly the South is certainly better, even if that wasn't discarded, because South is well, I guess it would be about equivalent. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think.
the Sixmon's a good pull.
Mhm. Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
that's huh.
Yeah, why did I
Um.
do that?
Oh well, if you're thinking about discarding the nines, the seven will end up being your pair.
Hmm. Right. I guess three, four, five,
You
six,
do you
seven.
do still have 5 blocks without the 6, though.
Yeah. I feel like that dropping the nine is significantly more efficient. I wonder if this is if I should have dropped the nine here. Certainly, it's fine. Like it seems fine to drop the six, and it's safer because the nine could deal into a champon. But yeah, like I wonder if this is one of those scenarios where it's better to drop the nine and give myself more pathways to a tempai, and also
Yeah.
a hand that I could open on.
There would
Um,
be more paths, but it would be a step backwards,
would it?
Shantan-wise. Yeah, because it's your 5th shape right now. If you like, when you discard
Well,
the
hold on.
6 so, your 5 shapes are the 6 mon, 3 5 peen, 3 4 5 so,
Right.
7 7 so, 9 9 so. Those are your 5 blocks. If you discard a 9 so, you don't have a 5th block.
Hold on. So we have three, four, five, and then six, seven, and seven. Oh, hold on. Well, yeah, I don't have a pair. Is the issue? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, technically. So yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. This is Ishan 10, like Ishan 10 for like a bad weight, no matter what. Um. Yeah, I don't know. Like that. Yeah, I feel like it's probably not worth ruminating on that much. I mean, I'm folding against an early Ricci anyway. Um. It is kind of an
Oh, well, now
interesting
the 2's
question.
good.
Oh, now that's
Yeah,
interesting.
you should definitely discard the 2 mon there.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't. I think I missed. I think I missed that. I think I just didn't realize. Yeah, that's because that's just too dumb. Why discard something that can deal and is also like that's it's also inefficient. Like the two mon was a better discard in every way.
It doesn't end up. It wouldn't have mattered. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
a
yeah,
champagne weight, just not on the 9 so.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not like we thought the 9 so was gonna deal in, it's just like, why drop the 9 so compared to the 2 mon? There's no reason that I can think of. Unless I am thinking of simples. I guess that's the only reason, but I mean, come on. Don't be crazy.
This is a nice fast hand.
Yep. And this, with the situation the way it is probably looking like a good pathway to second. East 2, East 3 in an East game. East 3 with a significant lead in second place. If that makes sense. Okay. All right, nice draw there. Holding on to this floating Dora, getting rid of it. Yeah, I think my logic here was okay. I've still got another Dora over here. Just choose one or the other because like, what's the point of keeping both? I'm not going to end up using both in my hand probably. Um, it's probably flawed logic though because was there a better drop? Let me see here. Like
Oh,
it's also for safety, but
I didn't realize that I was
oh, you were muted.
muted. I was I was saying that it's an interesting decision because the red 5 has more tiles near it
Hmm.
that you could draw to make a shape with, but you can't draw any more Dora next to the 5 mon. Like,
Right,
you have got the maximum possible value out of the 5 mon, and that's not true with the 7 so.
right. I feel like
The
this was an almost like offhand decision that I made here. Like, yeah, like I could have. I feel like there's a lot of better things I could have. Like, probably, I don't know. Would it make sense to drop one of these pairs?
No.
I guess we have to
I
drop one
don't
of the floating tiles in this
right.
position.
You wanna have 2 pairs because you're already open,
Yeah,
you're willing to pawn.
yeah, and I mean, yeah, we don't want to take a step back like that just for one extra Han when a 2 Han hand is worth so much in this position anyway. Is going to be a high probability of second place, and especially given that it's silver room. Um,
I
so
feel like I would've kept the 7 instead of the red 5.
yeah, I think that's I think that did occur to me. Like, well, what if I had drawn a pair? Like that's the kind of thing you got to be thinking about, and then maybe pawn all three of them and get a mangan, and basically have a really high chance of getting first place.
Well,
So
and
yeah,
you could even still pull in the red 5 so. Like, there's 4 Dora near that Dora.
right, right. Oh, and then we got hold on,
Why did
hold
you
on.
not take Tempai?
I don't know. Was that a misclick? Um, so I didn't want to drop the red 5. Is that the issue here?
Yeah,
I guess that's it.
you didn't want your turn 5 Ryanman wait for a 1 Han hand.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I went crazy during this hand. I feel like I had temporary mahjong insanity. I don't know what else to say about it. Yeah, like I think that having dropped this Dora, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna drop this Dora ever. But yeah, just being dumb here. Like I'm very sorry about how I played here.
I guess you could still pawn the Tuso and have a nice Nobiton wait.
Yeah, and I
Oh,
ended up
you take
dropping
this
it
one.
anyway.
This 4-7 weight is much better than the last one because you got fake Apatsu on it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like even in the moment I was aware how bad I was playing in this hand. It happens. It happens to us all, right?
Hmm.
Okay. It's fine. All right, let's see what we do
This
here.
is not a good dealer hand.
You never know. Never know. Good draw though.
We're all the way up to 3 shapes.
Mm. We got the Dora Haku not come out yet. There it is.
I think one of the weirdest things about Silver Room for me
Hmm.
is just trying to figure out where honors are. because people will hold on to like single tunes for 2 hours.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you can get really weird behavior, weird chaotic behavior in Silver Room, but it's fine. Everything's fine.
This is a classic toy hand, of course.
Mm.
Um, I
Oh,
wonder about that. I feel like the two peen would have been a, a better drop.
um, yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't think there's any reason, or even the Haku. Um,
Yeah, I mean the seven mon is useful in the Ryankan. The two
mm.
peen is useful for like nothing,
I
basically.
mean, so it's also in the Yanki, like there's a lot of acceptance here.
Right. Like there's multiple ways the seven mon can be
Right,
used. I mean you could technically use the two peen the same way, but
right.
you would prefer a
Yeah.
Ryankan to a pinky.
I mean, if we keep this 8 here, then we accept like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All is improving tiles here. So I think getting rid of this 2 is fine, or getting rid of the Haku. Um, it seems like, I don't know. I think this Haku is challenging, given that I'm dealer. But again, this is Silver Room, so I don't need to worry as much about someone like doing an early Ricci and then they end up getting a sumo and hitting me with it. That's not really as big a concern. So
Yeah, you're probably just thinking Suanko Tonki waiting on the Hatsu. On the Haku, I mean.
uh,
That's probably our goal right now.
I don't know about that. I think yeah, maybe I'll start. This was my first game. Maybe I'll start playing better next game. Just pretty bad play so far. Oh, and there's the Haku. Okay, nice draw
Um
there, but
yeah, I guess we still don't have enough sets to well, I mean, nice draw except that you discarded the 7.
yeah, that is does give her E10, but it's fine. We'll get another run. We'll get the 4 or the 7.
Yeah. The 4 actually would be pretty sweet right now. Get a Nobitan.
Yeah, I think that's the big deal with the 7 is like discarding from the Dionkan that ends up getting her E10. Like this is just very thoughtless discard. I think just very bad.
That's why it's always dangerous to discard from Ryoncons. Like
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I think I
that
was just yeah. I think this is
and
just bad playing. I don't know if we can say anything else about that.
okay, fair. Because I feel like the 2 peen was the discard once again instead of the 3 so.
Oh, right. Okay. Let me go back. Um,
I mean, the 3 so is safe against the person who pawns the Haku, but I don't necessarily expect them to be Tenpai, honestly. Like, they
yeah.
might be.
Um, yeah. I might be happy for someone else to deal into this. Like Among On in East 3 is so deadly. Like I really don't want to deal into this. So maybe I was just being extra cautious by discarding 3 so. And also feeling like, what are the chances I am going to get into Tenpai and Ricci against this? Um,
Better if you play efficiently.
yeah, I think what I'm expecting is that someone else will deal into this.
But that doesn't
Uh,
but that someone else dealing into that, the only person where that really helps you is if
mm,
West deals in. If
yeah,
South
I
deals
mean,
in, you're in essentially the same situation.
yeah, and that's fine. I just really don't want to deal into this because that'll put me in fourth and kind of irrecoverable. I mean, I could recover, but most likely I'll just get fourth if I deal into this. And if I don't, then most likely I just get second. And most likely I just get second regardless. Um, so yeah, I mean, and at some point I have to like discard the three mon. I don't know, like
Yeah, the 3 mom doesn't look great.
I can see discarding the 2 pin because like these are just tiles that are always going to be safe, so I could just hold on to them a bit
I
longer
mean,
at
are
least.
they Tenpai right now? I am curious.
Yeah, I really doubt it, but right, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 7, 8. No, they're not.
Okay. And they might they I would not be surprised if they started hard pushing for
Yeah.
Honitsu, but we'll see.
Yeah, there is also the possibility that they could sumo, which would be equally bad for me as I mean, it wouldn't be equally bad as dealing in, but it would be pretty bad. Uh, I mean, I guess it might be equally bad as dealing in because it would put me in fourth. Well, no, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. What am I saying? I would still be in third. Okay. Regardless, that's what I did. I decided to be really cautious.
All right, there's the two so pawn. And now I feel like defense is a lot more on the docket. Like after that second call.
Oh, but then I dart dropped the two pin after. Okay. Um. All right. Well, that,
Okie dokie.
that was fine. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is like dropping that two pin was wild there. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why I did that. Um. Like, because like you were saying, like this seems like it's the place to fold, and two doesn't look especially safe. I could easily. I mean, I guess.
No, they could easily have 3-4 and
Yeah.
like have just gotten unlucky drawing all those sixes, but
Yeah. I don't. So I don't understand. Like, like the way that I'm playing here does not seem like. Yeah. Like, I guess I do have a Nobutan here. Um.
I mean the two pin. Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, you've held the two pin for so long now, right?
Mm-hmm.
At this point,
Mm-hmm.
discarding the three so like you're still Ishanten
Mm-hmm.
because now the two pin is kind of functioning to help you get your pair. Like
Right. Yeah. I mean.
I think
I feel like we're just gonna. I feel like we're just gonna keep on roasting me throughout these logs. I'm not sure if my play is gonna get any better, but yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't understand what I'm doing, so I don't know how I prevent myself from doing it again.
let's make one final comment here, just as a note.
Hmm.
With West and South, neither West nor South have discarded any pin tiles,
Hmm. Yeah.
but North has discarded 6, 6, 6, 7.
Hmm.
This two pin is almost certainly going to help either West or South. So
Right.
there's also a mindset that you can have where you say, okay, if I discard this two pin, South might cheat it, and I might progress their hand as well.
I
At
feel like
besides just dealing into North, but
at this point I panicked somewhat, and then by this point I'd recovered somewhat. So it's like I kind of did those turns like in the reverse order
yeah,
due to the panic. Like, it makes no sense to do that, but it worked out. Like, I gave them the two pin, and they
yeah, it was
dealt into
fine.
it. That was the plan. It worked out just as planned. Okay. Yeah, I really didn't deserve to get second here. I think that's what I end up getting. That's kind of what it looks like as well. Highest probability outcome. Because I mean, I think that it's usually hands in silver room are going to be low value. So there's so many outcomes here that are going to result in me getting second place, even if one of these two like wins, or in it, like even in the worst case that one of these two wins, I'm still pretty likely to get second. Okay, dropping the two pin. Hmm, seems a little weird to me. Two pin here.
I mean,
I guess
I think that is a step back.
I think that's just Sakigiri. I don't know. Like, but that seems weird. Like, is it just because the dealer opened? So I'm like, okay, I can just do whatever. Um,
Maybe you were trying to help them complete their Sanchoku.
hmm.
Maybe that was the big brain Bill play. You're like, okay, this is 1, 2, 3 Sanchoku. I am going to help them complete that.
I don't think that's what I was doing. I think I may have. Okay, I think here's what it was. I think that I dropped the 2, and I said, okay, 1 is going to be safe against that 4, a reasonably safe terminal Tsuchi. So I'm just going to drop the 2, and I'm going to have the Haku and the 1 as safe tiles, and I can kind of see what happens outside of those tiles. Which is, I don't know. I don't like. Do I really need to do that? Like, yeah, like.
I don't think you really need to do that. Also, that's incredibly undisciplined defensive play. Like, it's worth. I mean, in Silver Room, you can put an asterisk and be like, they're probably not Tenpai yet. The 2-pin's probably fine.
Hmm.
But if we're talking about like, you know, thinking like good habits to have
Hmm.
thought wise about defense,
Hmm.
this is the same argument that we've had over and over again about discarding onkos,
Hmm.
where it's like, okay, like if it passes, you do have safe tiles later. But
Hmm.
if you deal in and you could have
Right.
prevented the deal in, like
Hmm.
it's
Right. Um. But yeah, I mean, like, what are the chances that the 2 pin is going to deal in right now? It seems like I am playing in like it's Silver Room, and
right.
I think I'm
I
really
agree with
worried.
I agree with you on that the 2-pin is fine right now.
Yeah,
Because it's Silver Room, they're probably not ready. If they are ready, it's probably like Senshoku no Mi, like something really cheap.
yeah. I think what I
But
was.
I'm just
Hmm.
saying the thought process is dangerous.
Right, and I think I'm also thinking. I don't know. This is a little weird, like because I've got enough value here that I could actually steal first. So there's a lot of conflicting thoughts here because if I deal in to the dealer here, I could very easily go into fourth. It'll not take much at all to do that. And also I'm at risk from dealing into others. So I think this is a kind of a difficult situation because my hand is not bad enough that like it's a pretty reasonable hand, um, and reasonably high value. So I
Well, if
get,
you're making an argument about value, I mean, you take a step back in Shanten when you discard the 2-pin.
yeah, I think that yeah, it would make a lot more sense to just commit one way or another, and maybe like just discard the Haku here and try and go for an efficient hand.
But anyway, let's move on from
Yeah,
this decision.
yeah.
Jun-chan?
Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I think at this point, I'm probably thinking about the 5.
An incredibly safe discard. The classic safe discard, the 5 so.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
Again, like it is Silver Room. Yeah. I mean, it's the second. It's the second row. Um. Yeah. I don't know about this. I
I mean,
guess.
also, you would love if you're gonna try and win this hand, you would love to draw something
Mm,
next to like into that Nakabukure shape and discard your Pinchan. Like if
right.
you're going to fight.
Yeah. This seems. Yeah. This does seem a little bit. But I
Oh, there are
mean,
three. There are three four so visible. I did not see that. As Raisin points out.
right. Yeah. But I mean, um, that still doesn't make it very safe. uh,
I feel like a lot of your plays in this game were just like you were just playing things.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess what I'm looking at is like, okay, I'm gonna
I
draw the 3 mon, and then I don't know. Like, it'd be really nice to be able to. What I feel like I should be trying to open here and go for Simple's hand. I guess maybe that wouldn't be enough to steal first. Um, yeah,
I
this
mean,
5 discard does
it
seem a
would
little.
end the game. But like, okay, we need to set up like a rule for ourselves in these laws. There is not always going to be an easy to find rational reason that some decision was made.
Yes, yes, yes. Even like
So we
it's so
need we need, we need to think more about. And there's the
the
Nakabukure
backfire. Yeah.
dilemma. Um, Like we kind of need to try and spend most of our time thinking about what is
Hmm.
good rather than why you did something. Also, that tune was a pretty scary discard, but
Yeah, well, there was one discarded. That's enough.
oh, there was one, I suppose.
Yeah, so take it. It looks like we're just full out folding here now.
Yeah, you're discarding a shape.
I feel
You've given
like
up.
yeah, like this, like John Chi 3 here. They're 3,000 points behind me. I feel like I'm assuming they're going to deal into each other. And so likely, even if they win, they're not going to steal my second, um, because they're probably just have crap here. That's probably what I'm thinking.
Does Shimo have a Chanta hand?
Well, let's check it out. No,
Yeah,
I mean, I guess
not
they
a
do.
ready one, but they do.
Yeah, I mean, this is like the silver room situation. Like you never know what the situation's going to be.
I mean,
And
the best hand is Toyman,
are they
but
in?
yeah, no, they're Ishanten,
Okay,
a very wide Ishanten.
yeah, it's getting late anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I've
mean, I get folding here. Like you can't, it is impossible to do worse than fourth. In one hand, there is a world where west hits east and it goes into south, and then you come in fourth in that hand. But
okay. Taking the tempi here. A10.
Raisin does say if there's two Tempai, you would lose to the tiebreaker,
Yeah, that may be what I'm thinking here.
which would be kind of whack. But
I think I may have realized that at the last second and try and get in a tempi.
well, but then you exit Tempai. Well, you're back in it.
Yeah.
You got there, and that actually would have been the situation had you not gotten to Tempai.
Right.
Well, you wouldn't be last.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
You
last.
would be
Yeah.
third. But
Yeah, it would have had to be everybody else in tempi, or like the exact worst combination. Like these two in tempi and Janchi one not.
yeah,
Um,
that.
but
But I mean, as it worked out, you made things happen. You got your
yeah,
second.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this game was kind of a train wreck. Unfortunately, but I managed to not because of silver room. It didn't. I wasn't punished that bad. Uh, okay.
Yeah. Well,
Why did I go
I
back
feel
there?
like I feel like that's part of the problem though with looking at silver room logs
Hmm.
is that I mean we can't. You need to have some level of trust in the opponent's play
Hmm.
because like you're not going to trust the opponent's play, and for that reason, you're
Right.
not going to like focus the same way you would if you were playing
Right.
other people.
Yeah. I mean, I think it is kind of interesting just to look at a different meta. But yeah, like there's only so much interest you're gonna find there. Yeah. Um, I think it may be useful for people who are lower level who are in silver room, um, to get some understanding of how it's different from like what you read in strategy books, because I feel like there's a bit of a gap there. Like,
That's true.
so yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to do this alt account in silver anyway, to get a feel for that. Because like, how do you give advice to people in silver room if you haven't played there in like a year? Um, I'll be in gold soon, and we can gripe about how terrible gold is.
The classic Sanma to starting discards.
Oh, okay, I'm pushing here, trying to. Uh, I don't know
I
about this
mean,
push here. I guess this is like again, this is silver room. It's like okay, I've got a chance of.
well,
I don't
but
know.
also if they do sumo, which like we talked earlier about how
Mhm,
sumo happens less frequently in Silver Room, but if they do sumo,
mhm. Yeah,
that still puts you in last by
yeah.
2,000. Like
Yeah, that's gonna
you,
screw me. And I mean, this is probably just gonna be a Mangan, which is, I mean, Mangan isn't great, but it's not gonna the end of the world if I deal into that. So pushing a little bit here when I'm actually like their hand could be crap for all we know. So I think it does make some amount of sense to just try and cut them off here, because
yeah.
if they win this hand, then like that's it. We're probably not gonna get first. Okay, now like
Ooh, I wonder if you cheated that. because that does actually like help
Okay,
your hand.
we're one away now. Yeah, I don't remember. I do not remember. We could go and look at there. This is actually available. If we are really curious, we could look it up and see what I said at the time or what I did at the time.
Oh, you played this on stream?
Yep, yep.
Gee,
So if we ever have like a really question we need
yeah.
answered, we can
I
go and
really,
look at
I
that.
really, I really liked the one so wait.
Oh,
It felt good. People were discarding low so tiles.
yeah. I mean, this is the kind of thing that I need to have more general. Like, I feel like I'm still at the stage where I'm like 75% focused on my tiles. I need to get better at taking in the environment. It's a general skill I need to develop. So I may not have really been thinking about that at the moment.
This this is an obvious Junchan. Discard your Dora.
Hmm.
This
Absolutely.
hand is
Oh,
that 8 mon
excellent,
really saved this hand.
excellent
Let's see.
draw. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, we're technically no, we're two away.
Yeah, this hand's awkward.
It's an okay two away though. It's an awkward but okay two away.
I
Just
mean, since you don't
dropping.
have a pair, you're kind of counting the 7, 8, 9, 9 as two shapes. So
Hmm.
I feel like I would have favored the 6 to the 1, 2 mon.
Um, hold on. So drop it. Like I
One
feel like
turn
it's
back.
very rare that you would drop an entire shape for a floating tile, right? Like
Go one turn back.
one turn back.
Yep. Here.
Oh,
Okay.
here.
So you have 7, 8, 9 mon,
Hmm.
4, 5 king, 1, 3 so. All right, those are three obvious blocks.
Hmm.
You do not currently have a pair. So currently,
Hmm.
your 7, 8, 9, 9 is
Hmm.
functioning as your pair. If you draw a 6 peen, you're still going to think of that as functioning as your pair because you're going to
Right.
have a 3, 6, 9 weight.
Right.
Because of that, that's 2 blocks. So you have 5 blocks already.
Right.
Favoring the 6 to the 1, 2 mon
Hmm.
allows you to
Hmm.
like you're still going to have two tiles that you can draw as a pair, which is going to be the same no matter what. Like if you're
Hmm.
looking at those blocks as
Hmm.
generating that. Otherwise, you'd be like if you draw the 5 then you can get rid of your 1, 3 as well. Like you can get rid of a bad shape.
Yeah. Well, Rayson was saying it's fine, so but it may. But I mean, that's not saying that it's better though. Um, I do feel like it's kind of borderline, isn't it? Like because you can be fishing for better shape. Like I don't know, like
If you draw like it's
every tile you have can become your new pair and could replace this here. And like I don't know, I feel like
that's true.
it's kind of an
I'm just saying
interesting.
if you finish the 1, 2 mon shape, like that's what I'm thinking about here.
Mhm.
If your next draw is the 3 mon,
Right.
what do? You enter into Headless Shanten, probably, right? Like,
Uh,
or you discard maybe the yeah. I mean, it's going to be a Headless Shanten because you don't have a head, but you could discard the 3 and then
right.
it's not really, or the 1 either
Does that
one, and
count?
then
Does
it's
that
not
count
really.
as a headless shanten? Um,
I think then the 9 peen. If you discarded the 1 or 3, then you would be considering the 9 peen your pair.
um, right. I mean, yeah. I mean, so if I discard the 6 here, the next draw is a 3 mon. Um,
Yes.
I
You
feel
have to
like
discard a full shape no matter what. Like,
I wonder if I would just discard the 3 there because the 1 is more likely to draw. Um, and then if you drew the 1, you could discard. Well, I don't know that maybe that's dumb because you could just draw next to the. Well, I don't
well,
know.
but that's what I'm saying. The
Mm,
result is you discard a full shape.
right.
So if completing your worst shape means that you would just end up discarding some other shape,
Hmm.
I feel like you might as well keep like the 1, 2 mon isn't really doing anything in your hand then. You could just
Right.
finish the better shape.
Well, I mean, there still is backfire on the 3 mon regardless. Like,
Well, I mean, there's backfire if you draw the 6-0 next turn. Like, there's going to be backfire when you're discarding a shape. There's always going to be backfire.
mhm,
I am not saying that discarding the 1/2 mon is
right,
correct. I am just saying that like this is a way to think about your
right.
hand.
Sure, certainly, yeah, yeah. 6 blocks versus 5 blocks. Yeah, like I think this is like an interesting question. Yeah, I mean, I definitely get your point. I'm just saying, like, I'm not certain. I'm not certain about the answer. I had another chance to. I stuck to my guns. I did not use the axiom that if the tile returns to you, you must keep it. Unfortunately. Oh crap! If only I dropped it earlier. Who could have predicted this would happen? Okay. All right, East two. I'm still in first place. It's fine. Once you get first place in silver, you never lose it.
This is kind of a result of playing a bunch of Sanma, but I don't really think of anybody as being in first until someone is above 30,000.
Right, right.
There is no first place. There is a last place still, but there is no first place.
I mean, I mean, it's a technical first place. I mean, I guess
I
you could just
appreciate
say
you keeping the 4/8 peen shape. Very important. This
yes.
shape.
Yeah, the hidden Yankan. Okay. Yeah, very dull so far. Nice draw. Still a ways away. This start of the second row. I mean, if we get
Yeah,
this thing,
I wonder about the 8 mon discard instead of the 4 peen, but I don't like
hold on. Um,
that would be a pretty hard commit to pulling the tune.
yeah, let's go back here. So here, discarding the 8 instead of the 4.
Yeah,
Um,
like I don't feel awesome about it, but
mhm,
the like
mhm,
if if you're hoping to use the Dora pawn the tune,
mhm.
I feel like I feel like the 4 peen can be useful. Although if you're never going to discard the Dora no matter what, then the 4 peen is kind of garbage because then you wouldn't want the 5 peen. But I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I think that I think discarding the 4 pin here, like I think my logic here was solely like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna drop this,
Right.
and I'm not gonna drop the door, so I'm gonna drop the 4. I think that's all that came into this decision.
Yeah, no. And I think that's fair because your tune could you still could call Ricci with your
Mhm.
tune as your pair. So it's not like you have to open. But yeah, I just wanted to think about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's an interesting mistake I make in one of these games. I wonder if we'll actually get to it. Oh, there we go. Drop the Dora? No, keep the Dora. I feel like
Never drop
I'm
the
really
door.
greedy in these
Never.
games.
Yeah, I was gonna say the nine so looks not fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about the way I'm playing. I mean, yeah. Can we,
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess.
What am I trying to do here?
I mean, you're just advancing your hand.
Yeah. I'm just
We don't
ignoring the
need this
Ricci.
nine so.
I mean, I guess I'm saying okay. Well, I mean, it's not especially likely to deal in. Like, it's not like it's 90% likely to deal in. What is their hand? Yeah. Well, it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. We can just forget that happened.
All right, fun. Yaku high.
I mean, I actually was on like a really good streak in these games, so I'm kind of surprised that I'm playing really badly. I didn't feel like I played badly at the time. I don't know. Maybe I am playing really well from the perspective of Silver Room, and we just don't understand why. Oh, there
I
we go.
think I'm also being a little I don't know what the word is, but Raisins defended you a couple times.
There's definitely some indefensible things that I've done, so but it's fine. Like, I mean,
3 so, 1 chance, 2 peen safe.
yeah,
You are Tenpai. 4 so.
yeah, pushing. I mean, at least I was pushing Tempai, but against the Dealer Ricci, yeah, I think I was just very pushy these games.
Sometimes you just need to win.
Yeah,
This is a this is a different hand, right?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, they have their 40,000 points. It's just that you got the Wests in like the first go around last hand, and it really tripped me out.
All right, we're still two away, but it seems like we'll get into Tempai here really fast.
Toy Toy, classic Silver Room Toy Toy, all simple tiles.
No, unfortunately not.
You're gonna take the efficient, perfect Ishanten instead? You coward.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get second place yet again.
There you go. Well, now you might be dreaming about first. Taking 3
Yeah,
Han from first.
yeah, I probably am dreaming about first, but it's a very distant dream. I need more than a Hanuman.
Sumo.
Yeah, Sumo. Sumo is technically possible.
No, I mean, you need more than Hanuman on Sumo. A direct hit Mongon would be fine.
Right. Well, I mean, even Hanuman on Sumo would be enough because that would put me above 36K and put them below 36K.
You can't see it, but I am nodding.
I appreciate it. Uh, yeah. So do I guess I do have a. Well, maybe not. Maybe I don't have a chance.
Yeah, this is just going to be a full fold, right? Like, deuces, friends. I'm out.
Yeah, I assume so. Not. Yeah, that is a little dangerous against them though. But
Yeah, Tumon's a better tile, but whatever.
it's also the case that like even if I dealt into them, probably I wouldn't lose my second. Just dealing into the Ricci that I don't want to do.
I guess the only scary thing would be they could have
Mhm.
Toy Toy West.
Let's see here. Okay. All right. So this is a different game, right? Or it's not the same one.
No, this is the same game.
This is the same game. Okay. 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 I need to go up higher then. Okay.
Do you
-6.
want do you want to do my ARML game because that's a Hanchan. So if we do that one, it will take a while.
Yeah, sure. We could do that. Let me switch over.
Just thinking about like time.
Yeah, we've already almost been on for like an hour here, right? Hopefully this is okay. Yeah, there we go. So basically, we want to think about Hugh's comments here, right? Which he was basically
Right.
saying that when you're folding, a lot of times, basically, you don't consider the Mawashi possibilities enough. Is what it seemed like to me. Was the kind of the thrust of it.
Right. Like consider situations where
Mm.
you can still get to Tempai
Hmm.
and play relatively safe tiles rather than just full on
Right.
folding all the time.
Okay.
On.
right?
ポン
Oh, East gets called.
チ
Oh, everyone opening up like crazy. Not taking the con for now.
チ
Okay. I got like a Kutsuki wait here. So I assume that what you're doing, you're waiting until you draw next to the 4, and then you'll con. Kind of the
Yeah,
idea.
I assume. I also assume that that was my goal.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Oh, well, there's a possible wait.
カン
Yep. Okay, there we go. Didn't get anything from that except for the extra food. So this is going to be like a
ツモ
40 food. Oh, but don't get the 3 mon. Beautiful 3 mon. What? So are you up against like really good? Like we actually don't see their. Oh, we do see their two
You see the
don,
right
two don,
places.
4 don. Okay, 1840.
Yeah,
But
and both of the two Don players are like are what I would consider very good players. They
mhm,
the four Don and the two Don I across from me
mhm,
um both have very different like they're both incredibly aggressive
mhm,
compared to my playstyle at least.
mhm.
And the person on my right plays more of the style that Hugh has been telling me I need to play. Like
Okay,
plays defensively, but pushes like just that little bit more than I do.
right. Like when you have like what he was saying specifically was if you have tiles that are like 99% safe and
Did I
are
cheat that?
efficient for your hand, then you can go ahead and drop those.
Go back to the 17 discard.
Which seven? Hold on.
It was right there. Forward, forward, forward. Should I cheat that?
Okay. Uh, I mean,
I feel like I should.
yeah.
Cheat or
This seems kind of
do you
borderline to
discard
me,
the
but
6 though?
um, I mean, this is such a nice chi, an Ishan 10 for Ishan 10 for a one on hand. Can't really add value in, but I mean, it moves the game along and gets you in second place.
There's no red fives, so
Right.
just as a
Yeah.
general note.
Yeah, and the door is a 2 mon. I mean, I
I
guess
feel
you.
like I should take this cheat. Like, if we're talking about pushing a little bit more, I feel like this is a fine Atazuke.
Mm. Yeah, it's just there's also the option to wait for the Haku to come out. I feel like either one of those would be fine. Because if you take the 7, it is a commitment, and it is a low value commitment because you can't really add value to the hand unless you draw like 2 Dora. So I feel like either way would be fine. At least if you're asking me anyway. So yeah, I have a hard time saying like you should definitely cheat or definitely not. We might get a definitive answer from the chat, but oh, pass another one. And there's the 3. Okay, so dropping the penchant, hoping to draw next draw the Dora. I think.
Yeah, especially once 2 17 are gone.
Oh, and there it happened. Is it because I'm watching the log that happened?
リーチ
Okay.
Well, I end up getting absolutely clobbered this game, so um that was the specific discard that Hugh made a note on. Like
リーチ
discarding instead of the 5 mon, discarding the 7 mon.
Right, saying that you should keep 2 pairs because 7 is already Genbutsu against the dealer here, and there's a lot of ways that this hand can win if you keep the
It's
two
only
pairs.
not super safe again. Like Toyman is the only person that it means nothing for, and am I really concerned about Toyman on turn 6 after this
Right.
dealer retreat? Probably not. Like
Yeah, like if you put the 7 mon down here and there was a Dama Roan across the table, it'd be like, what the hell? Like that's crazy. They would have to be waiting on like they'd have to have like the 6-8, and they're like trying to upgrade their weight or something like, and they just dropped the 6-8. So I guess they could have had 6-6-8-8, and they just dropped the 6-8 and win into Dama on a simples hand. And you just happen to deal into it. It could happen,
Yeah,
but
but
very
yeah,
unlikely.
the
99%
seven
safe.
mon is a better discard.
Mm-hmm. So an expected value, like there's more chance that you could like Mawashi your way into a winning hand as opposed to like the possibility of dealing in on the 7 mon. So yeah, that makes sense. It's a bit of a fine grained discard though,
And
right?
now I'm so at this point, the way I was thinking about the hand, because I do remember
Mm-hmm.
this, is I was thinking that the 6-0 can generate my 5th block.
Uh huh.
Since the 5 and the 7 are safe, I was thinking in my head, I'm just going to discard that entire block
Mm-hmm. Right.
and then draw next to, like, use that skipping shape in the Sozu to create the 5th block. And I feel like there's kind of a flaw in that thinking. Like, more often the 6 is going to get cleared, and
Um. Hmm. So hold on.
because I don't have 5 blocks anymore once I discard the 5-7.
Right. Um. Well, I mean, yeah, it is like that is like sort of degrading this 2-3-4, downgrading it if you assume that you're going to use the 6. Um. So yeah, I think that in terms of Shanten, that's not ideal, but I don't know. Again, this like this does feel very like, I mean,
Like,
what
I'm just folding, right? Like,
what
I'm
like you could like what is your other option here? Like like would you drop the 6 here? That like that's definitely not safe. If we're talking about 90% safe tiles or 99% safe tiles, that's not 99% safe. So
That's true. If I had the 5 mon in my hand, it would
mm,
be we'd have 2, 3, 4, 5, 5,
mhm,
3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 6,
mhm.
white, white. So he'd probably discard 3 peen.
Yeah, like I think the pathway to get to Tempai here is like, okay, you drop the 5 and the 7, and you either like um you have to end up using the 6, so probably, or else it gets scouted. It could get scouted for you. So like yeah, like
But like if we were still pushing this hand,
mhm.
like if we're not pushing, but if like we were playing an actual Mawashi here, the 3 peen I think would be the discard
um
because it's Suji
it is Suji.
and
Um
it keeps Ishanten.
yeah, yeah, it does keep Ishanten. Right. And you could I mean you could pawn the Haku and drop the 6 and be in Tempai. Um but yeah. Given that we're actually folding, I feel like dropping the 5 and the 7 is probably the correct thing to do. Um, unless someone wants to countermand that and say that that's not the right thing to do. Oh, and dropping the Hatsu, that seems a little dangerous. Like you could have dropped the
Yeah, I don't.
7.
Yeah, I mean it was once cut, but I really
Yeah.
don't like that. I've already committed to cutting that entire shape. I might as well continue committing to and discard the 7 mon.
Okay. So now we got a kind of a reasonable thing to push all of a sudden. If you draw the 2 pin, you could reach you on the 6, so I think would be kind of a reasonable thing to do.
Yeah,
Uh,
Sun Shoku.
Despite how dangerous it is, you would have a base 3 Han hand, or rather you have a Dora as well, so it would be base. It would be Mangan. Um, so yeah, especially when there's no red 5, I think that
Well,
would be totally reasonable to push.
even the 5 peen would also give Ishanten for a Mangon because the 2 peen would still give you Sanshoku either way.
Right.
But anyway, keep going.
3. Okay. Now what? The 6. Oh wow.
Oh, it's not Kazuji now. The 3 so came out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the 3 and the 9. Okay, I didn't. Those were the last two discards. I didn't notice. Okay. All right, the
Five
Haku.
so con.
Oh yeah, the Haku was the indicator, so that suddenly made it safe. That's an interesting way for the Haku to become safe, just seeing it as the door indicator.
Man, the seven so was no chance. Like, I really could have committed to just discarding that seven so.
At what point? Here or earlier?
When I instead of discarding the Haku,
Hmm. Right. So yeah, the fives are all gone and the nines are all gone. Are the nines all gone?
well, it doesn't matter if the nines are all gone. Like one chance is just all about Rionmans. And the only two-sided weight
Mhm.
for the seven so is 5/6. So the seven so is no chance. And with
Okay.
three nine so discarded, even the Pinchon, I guess you could call it
Hmm.
one chance for Pinchon, but
Mm.
the seven so is not a horrible discard.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is kind of a technical thing to say, isn't it? Like, it's still good. It's still good that most of the nine are gone. um. But yeah. So.
Like the five so con makes the seven a perfectly fine discard.
Right, and it keeps open. So
It keeps the Mongon Tenpai, like Ishanten, which
right.
so
Well, you
I
still have
feel
that
like that
other
is
way,
just a
don't you?
mistake. Well, no, not if I discard the Haku, I'm not Ishanten
Oh,
anymore.
right. Yeah,
Like I'm
because you
done.
would need to get. Yeah, you need to replace the pair. Yeah. So yeah, getting rid of the seven. So here, seem yeah, we still have a whole nother row to go. We don't know what's going to happen to the seven. So given the potential value, and it does seem very unlikely. To what could it actually deal in on? It could deal in on the
Six
just
eight Kanchan
or so it'd have to be Shampon or the Kanchan or the Penchan.
or
Um,
Tonki.
or
Tonki's always
Tonki.
possible,
Yeah.
but anyway, continue. Like
Yeah.
this is a mistake.
Chi.
Okay. Dropping the Gembutsu.
Now I am trying to just get into Tenpai.
Mm-hmm. Seems pretty likely that you'd be able to.
Sumo.
Oh, but no, Sumo happens. Okay,
Yeah.
wow. Big Sumo.
And they were waiting on the 3-mon, so the 3-mon does deal in.
Okay.
Chi.
Ah, really open.
Pom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, very dispiriting when this happens.
Chi.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I hate this when it's like you're still in the first row and two people are open and it's like what do you do? Like there's no good action to take.
Riichi.
Okay, and then the other person reaches. And yeah, dropping the 6 pin again, that seems reasonable, right?
I mean the eight pin is safer, but I think I wanted to keep the
Mhm.
I didn't want to. Well, God, the 7 pin again.
Mhm.
I feel like if I'm keeping one shape, discarding the 7 8 pin is probably better than discarding the 6 6 pin.
Yeah. Although, I mean, the thing is, yeah, discarding the 7 doesn't seem great though. Against the like, it's the worst. It's
It's
of
no
all these
chance.
pin tiles, it's the worst thing against the Ricci.
I mean, it's still no chance.
Oh, is it? Hold on, or this the hold on, hold on. Oh, right, one. Okay, yeah. There's Kave on the 6 pin. Okay,
And
yeah,
the 16 is an awesome Kabe
mm,
because that also not only does that prevent a Ryanman weight, it also prevents the 6 8 Kanchan.
right.
Hugh has entered the building. Now I'm just totally folding, which I mean I think with this hand is kind of fair. Like I didn't really have
Yeah,
anything to begin with.
yeah. Like this hand seemed kind of hopeless given how it shook out.
it is also pretty obvious that dealer is pushing.
Yeah.
So I would like to not deal into dealer. And I figured that Toyman would also just continue to push because that's them.
Yeah. I think that in addition to the idea that like you need to Mawashi and have hope for paths of opportunity and all this kind of stuff. Like it is also the case that you need to be aware that there's going to be another hand later on, and you can
Yeah.
if things look really bad, you can just 100% fold.
I feel like folding that hand was fine. Like I had no
Right.
value. I
Right.
was but like but it sucks because since I didn't push,
hmm
the person across the table pushed something without much value. Dealer pushed because they're dealer, and then obviously the person on the left reached.
hmm
Like because of that, I'm now down a pretty considerable margin without red fives, and like I know that Toyman and Kamicha are both wildly more aggressive than me. So I already feel like I've lost this game at this point. Like now I'm Ishanten for Chitoy.
Yep. um, your shapes are not bad though, really. I mean, I guess it is pretty much nothing but 5 pairs, but I can imagine it pretty quickly becoming a normal hand given the 4 6 6 6 7 7.
I mean, if I draw the 6 bean, probably.
Yeah, like single draw can certainly.
Ugh,
Each.
Now you're committed to cheat toy.
another
Maybe committed
another
to
rich
folding.
blue.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm Ishanten for Chitoy. Am I really gonna push that against the dealer Ricci?
yeah. I think that's the thing is that Ishan 10 for cheat toy means that you're one away to at most a Tanki weight. Um,
A 1600 Chitoy. Like I don't even have Dora up.
right.
Like
Yeah. Without Dora, like I mean, if you reach the cheat toy, even if it's on a good weight, it'll be for base 3 Han against a dealer Richie. In East 2, maybe if it's South 2, maybe there'd be a reason to do that. Um, but yeah, even in South 2, yeah, like it's kind of a low value proposition. And just because Chitoy is so slow, you're gonna be here all day putting down unsafe tiles trying to get in the tempai.
yeah.
So I think a fold is in Chitoy for Ishanten is sort of like a normal hand to Shanten almost. I would feel like not exactly, but sort of roughly like there's some sort of thing like that. Folding. Oh, and hello to Joseph M. Hoyle from Scotland.
つも
Oh,
Yeah. And they just had a one on hand that they were pushing over there.
yeah. And it's unfortunate. Like the game is gradually. Well, it's only East 3 actually. Like I put forward this. What if it was South 2? I kind of for some reason I was thinking in my head that it was South 2. But yeah, there's plenty of time to come back here. It's kind of a long game though. Like there's been a lot of repeats, haven't there?
Yeah, well, East 2 had repeats. I
Mm.
guess there was one. Yeah, East 2 had repeats and an
Mm.
exhaustive draw. It's like people people talk about how slow other people are and
hmm
like talk about games going slowly, but
ち
one of the things that happens in higher level rooms is games end up taking a really long time
Mm.
because exhaustive draw happens because people play defense.
Right. So I think. So this is another situation earlier. So you kept this skipping shape here instead of this penchant. Um, you could have dropped this 6 and had 5 shapes with one of them a penchant, but now you have 5 shapes and one of them is one of them is a kanchan instead, and there's a 2 3 next to it basically.
Hmm.
So I feel like maybe it's better just to drop the 6 here and keep the penchant.
I know that lone fives are more efficient than pinchons technically. Um, so I was like, a skipping 6
Mm-hmm.
it has to be is better than a normal 6. It has to be just about as good as a isolated 5. So I'll just toss the 8-9.
Hmm. Is that okay? Yeah, this maybe that's correct. I don't know. It's certainly like yeah, I mean certainly the 8-9 is not looking too. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can use the 6.
ポン
It's kind of like I don't know.
I really can I ever discard the East now? Like really? Oh, or
Um,
the Hatsu.
right. I mean, it depends. Like if you draw the 7-pin. Yeah, because I don't feel like these are especially dangerous at this point.
Well, it's more just like it's more
You
just
could
helping Toyman get to
right,
Tenpai.
right, right. Um, that so yeah, it's very difficult because like if you keep these, then you're hobbling yourself.
Right. Like
And
I'm not going to get to Tenpai either.
I think that like choking tiles is not really usually something you want to do. Or choking the other players, whatever the shibari is that what it is in Japanese? Well, where you keep tiles so that other players don't get them. I think usually you don't want to do that. You don't want to feed players, but um, if you have tiles that you absolutely can't use, I think normally you want to get rid of them or fold entirely. So I feel like um, probably need to get rid of the East and the Hatsu early here if we don't want to commit to a fold.
I think that makes sense.
カン
It just sucks though. Nice draw, nice draw. 3 for 5. You're keeping the East quite a lot though.
ツモ
Don't want to give the double East to the dealer. They
They
got two
sumo
now.
a pinch on. Yeah.
Yeah, Hugh says that yeah, it seems kind of borderline. It seems like at the East or be more passive.
I mean the East. I mean the Hatsu did give them. Or no, they had 3 Hatsu in hand.
Hmm.
But anyway,
Yep,
now East is Dora.
yep. Beautiful. So we'll see how long you hold on to it. I feel like in this position you have to clutch onto it like forever because you need any value you can get, unless you have some other path to value. But I don't think there's going to be. Well, nice. We're almost at the end of the first row here. Starting to put something together, but it's a little late already. Okay. 6, 4, 6, 7, 7, 8. Dropping the 4, yeah, keeping the Nakabukure. Got 5 shapes, still holding on to the East.
I wonder if I
Yeah.
pawned the 7 mon.
I mean, if we could, I mean, even though I was saying we need to hold on to these forever, if we can, if we can reach these simples, that's something.
リーチ
Yeah. The 5 safe. Oh, called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean now I have again an issue. Like I have this Dora East in my hand that I've been holding on to because I need value, but
Right. I feel like maybe you could have dropped the East at some point. Like, maybe drop it here because we're like, I don't know. This is like, this is not the point. This is not the point. I feel like maybe here or hold on. No, hold on. Here. How about here? Hand is starting to
because
look
now the
really
hand
good.
actually, yeah, the hand actually looks nice.
Yeah, we have a hand. I mean, this Ishan 10. So we could go ahead and drop the Dora here. Because I feel like the reason we're keeping the Dora is because I think we're probably not going to win anyway, and we're not going to be pushing unless we can like get significant value or have like high probability to win, or like if we could drop the East here, we're increasing the chance that we can get to a simples Ricci,
Well, I
which
mean,
is kind of the main goal now.
well, honestly, I think at this point, like if I'm going to push this hand against a Ricci, I feel like I would almost rather go for Toy Dora 2. Like,
Okay, I think he was making some good comments. Is actually
like yeah,
saying we should
he was talking about when to cut the East. Yeah,
right, but is that any different? So he's saying we should cut it when it starts to harm efficiency. But is that any different when you're in last place, and it's kind of early in the hand? Um, I guess it's still kind of early in the game. So
it's kind of early in the game, but again, there's no red fives here.
mhm,
There's no red fives, and the person in third is an incredibly aggressive player. Like
mhm,
I feel like I am going to need value to catch up.
right. So yeah, so I guess so. I think here it would be good to drop the east. We could also have dropped it on the earlier turn. It sounds like instead of the four mon,
Right.
because the four mon has like hidden kanchan or something.
Well, I mean,
Um,
you could draw the three mon,
right, right,
and
right,
there's but continuing on, like the east can be dropped earlier.
right.
リーチ
Well, but and now though I feel
チ
like because
Mhm.
now it feels too late really to do anything.
Yeah, um, yeah. I think like it would like dropping the east into that Ricci seems like suicide because like what if you hit the Ipatsu on the east and get hit by a Hanuman or a Baimon, like that would be in terms of your score that could like really be a nightmare. Um, like going negative here. Um, so yeah, I feel like at this point maybe you do have to hold on to the East forever and just hope to drop a pair. Um, but I'm not sure about the five.
It was Genbutsu.
It is Gambutsu, but yeah, I just wonder. I mean, it does avoid dealing in on Ipatsu. I wonder if there's a better discard in terms of keeping the hand alive. Um, I guess you could discard. You could still discard the seven. Like,
Hugh Hugh says the two options are discard the five mon or discard Dora. Like
okay,
if you're gonna push, then you're gonna have to push the Dora anyway.
hmm. Yeah, unless you draw. Yeah, the odds of drawing it while fighting against a Ricci before they win, and it's pretty low. Um, so
Like it's
yeah,
better to cut that. Yeah.
there's just no
So
good option here, right? Because like we don't have good stuff to fold on, and we don't have good stuff to push on. So we're just kind of flailing. Seems like
チ
that was the one safe tile, but now, well, there's the
now
six.
the six is safe.
Yeah. We can certainly hope that we'll get safe tiles. Dropping the eight, yeah, that's Suji. The seven, six. Okay, focusing on the. Oh, that was safe against both of them actually. Four is yeah, that was just safe against the Ricci.
Well, safe against everybody because it had just been discarded. But yeah.
Oh right. Okay.
Hey, look! Now I've got the Easts.
Well, he was saying that if we want to risk cutting Suji, we should cut Dora.
Well, that's what Hugh was saying about the first like that was Hugh said that while we were still talking about the 5M discard earlier. Like
Oh. Oh,
now
I
I'm
see. I
full
see. I
folding.
see.
There's no reason to play a live Dora if I'm full folding, but
Right, right, right. Yeah, I see. I see. I see. So, like, yeah, that's like a full fold or full push sort of.
ツモ
Like, don't half-ass it. Okay, they won on the Kanchan.
That was the second 5-peen
Mm.
Ricci. Wait, um, yeah, and here I just full commit to Honitsu in the Dora suit.
Yeah, I mean this seems reasonable, especially when you're behind. You could easily get a Mangan here. All you need is the Haku and the Dora, or another Yakuhai. Seems very likely you can get the Dora here.
Pom.
There you go. And yeah, I mean that could
Chi.
Chi.
jeez. But then everybody opening. Okay. Yeah.
リーチ
Oh crap. Well, dropping the Hatsu. Yeah, this sucks.
Pom.
I,
Oh.
I did call Chi there
Yep,
for what
they
it's worth.
interrupted. Yeah, I assume so.
Chi.
Okay, now we have this weight on the 5-8. Unfortunately, no Dora. So yeah, I feel
Although
like
if we draw the 4, we can discard the 5. Like,
yeah. Can switch to a Nobuton that includes the Dora. Wow, it's just gonna go to exhaustive here. Okay, switch to the 4-7. Okay,
ドン
shit. Well, yeah, I feel like there's no real better way to play that hand. That's just how it went. Um, oh, I'm delayed. Yeah, I think. Hmm.
like the chat coming up on your screen is there's a delay.
Okay.
Like you said that a while ago.
So there's a delay between, but is there a delay between me and you though? I hope that we're on the same. I would assume we're on the same audio.
We're on the same page. Hugh, I think Hugh's just saying like you are seeing the chat when it comes onto your screen, and it is coming onto your screen with a delay. I have just Twitch open on my phone, so like I'm seeing everything as soon as someone writes it.
Hmm. Well, I mean, I'm watching Twitch too. But
Should I call that 5? So I feel like not. I mean that would be 2 complete shapes, but
um,
go to the 5. So discard. Just click one more time. Yeah,
yeah.
because then I have 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9. So then I would have 3 complete shapes in Sozu.
Honestly, I feel like it's fine to call this
Yeah,
and drop the 4.
yeah.
Um,
The reason I didn't call it is I hate calling that
mhm,
because now I don't have another callable shape. Like I don't have anything that can even grow. Was like is the problem that I have when I start opening
mhm,
Honitsu or Chinitsu
mhm.
is I like to open things when I still have something to grow, but Chiing the 5 is going to, I basically have to draw an entirely new block.
Well, you could. But that's. I mean,
But that's going to be the case anyway, I suppose.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that this is absolutely fine to chi because like there's still plenty of other stuff. Like you could chi in like if you had a chance to chi the final 7. Even if you had a chance to pawn the 8s or the 7s after this, I think would be fine to take that. Um, I mean,
Okay.
that's kind of like I know that's kind of sketchy to like leave this 9 out here by itself, but I feel like this is like a Haneman Shinitsu you're trying to set up. Um, I don't like. I feel like I've a low understanding of what calls you should take and what you shouldn't. Um, but if it
Well,
were,
my only path to value is like to significant value that helps me catch up is
mm,
Chinitsu and
right,
calling speed with Chinitsu.
right. Um, but I think that's a good question of if you had a chance to pawn the 8s here, should you? Because you're basically like, okay, you're gonna end up with like a tonk you wait on the 9, or you're gonna draw another one, or you're gonna discard it. Which, or maybe you'll draw another 8, but it's like really like making it sketchy, like this whole half of the hand. But it does like certainly contribute to completing it. And I feel like it may be sort of counterintuitive that it is okay to take a pawn like that, because you'd be totally okay with waiting on the 9. So and you only need a couple more tiles anyway. Oh yeah, yeah, and he was saying if you get the 8, you should cheat. Well, you may not have the alternative to cheat it.
Well, I mean, but if you cheat the 5, you definitely don't want to pawn the 8, right? Because then it's in a complete sequence. But I did not. I did
right.
not cheat a 5. I might have had calls off still.
1
And then there's another first row Ricci. Fun.
Yeah. But this is still not like that desperate of a situation. I mean, it sucks, but
I mean, this is a pretty desperate situation, Bill. Like, I'm 20,000 points behind everyone else. There are no red
right.
5s, and I am not an aggressive player. Like, look, this is a Tonki weight, right? Like, this. Well, this isn't Tonki. No, the three says what they want on it was Champon, but like they also, like, everyone at this table is pushing. Toyman and Kami are pushing everything all the time.
Right.
So like, I like being 20,000 points back from third place is a pretty horrible situation to be in.
Right. But I think another way to think about it was like, okay, if you get one Mongon, you're kind of in reach of everybody again. Like, it doesn't take that much.
Right.
Trying to have a positive attitude.
Which is why I should push that last hand with the chi. Because like the one Mongon gets me within range, so I need to make that Mongon happen.
Right. Okay. Chitoi?
Yeah, and I was just like tilted. I didn't realize that the North was Dora.
Oh yeah, I mean, first discard Dora is fair.
ポン
As far as I'm concerned.
ポン
Okay, pon.
ポン
Okay. So just 2 on hand here. Could upgrade to a Mongon with a decent weight on the 9 and 7. Oh, never mind. No chance. Just end instantly. Okay. This hand looks nice though. Yeah, I don't feel like there's
Yeah, I mean, I
much
could
to
have.
say here aside from keep the North, but like,
Yeah, I mean, the discard order was kind of wonky because I was like not it. I was not in a good headspace, but
ポン
Yeah, like, yeah, definitely. It'd be fine to discard the 1 mon, even if this wasn't Dora. Although I guess if you're playing aggressively, it would be better to discard the North first if it was not Dora. But I mean, regardless, it would be okay to do it either way. Anyway, yeah.
yeah, and Hugh. Okay, well now we have an issue that we can't open. Like, I can't call for South here.
hmm
Even Yakuhai Toy Toy is not going to cut it
Um.
unless I direct hit one of the
Well,
people who are close to 30K.
well, I mean, it's it's only South 2. You don't have another dealership. You could get Dora.
Right. Well, I can't open with like that. Me getting Dora or not does not change my ability to open unless I draw 2 Dora. Like,
Well, I mean, I don't know. Because you're like, you don't necessarily need to get a huge hand here. I think that, yeah. I mean, getting South and Toy Toy, and I mean, it'd be nice to get it up to a Mongon, but yeah, if you could get it up to like, if you got a 40 fu 3 Han hand, that'd certainly be something. It'd get you closer.
Yeah, that would not be horrible. But that's the problem, right? Like it would have to be Toy Toy to get that. Like that's why I'm saying to incorporate Dora, I would have to draw two. Like that's what
Hmm.
I meant. To like be the same as
Hmm.
to make up for not having Toy Toy.
Right. Yeah, I think keeping this hand closed seems fine because you might be able to get a Ricci only plus Dora hand, or maybe at some point even drop the Souths and get Pinfu or something. Um, or just draw a third South. I mean, you got to kind of be hopeful in the situation. But I don't know. I feel like it'd be fine to open on the Souths too and hope to. But yeah, how do you get more than one Han? I get just getting just one Han is not gonna do it here.
When you pause to discuss hypotheticals, pause while it's in my hand.
Okay. All right. Oh, drop the 9.
Sanshoku
Okay, 789.
trying to force a Sanshoku, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that seems like an interesting drop to me. Like, yeah, I guess
Should
like,
maybe discard 16 instead.
um, or 9. Um, or yeah, if you discard 6, then you're leaving yourself open for Itsu. If we're thinking of these long shot stuff. But yeah, I guess if like if you dropped 6 and you drew a 3, you could work your way towards an Itsu. So maybe dropping 6 would be fine. Let's leave you with 5 decent shapes here.
G.
Yeah, dropping 9 so seems a little strange to
There's
me.
2 9s that are already discarded. Like that's never going to become a triple.
Okay. Well. Okay. Maybe get rid of the Penchon now.
Yeah, give up. Well, okay, should I have called the 6 peen? So then I can have South Honitsu. That's another path to 3 Han if we go back to the 6 peen discard.
Hold on. Let me go back a bit here. At this point, do we have 5 pairs? No, we don't.
Just 4.
Just 4, because he was talking about Chitoy.
Well, at the very beginning, when we were talking about what this hand could become for value's sake.
Right. I do feel like it may be good to draft the 8-so here, just to keep 4 pairs in your hand. Just because, like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it helps much either way. That does give you backfire on the 7. But
I'm okay. I am not concerned with backfire. Like if I draw the 7-so later, like, and I've discarded the 8-so, I already committed to not wanting that shape anyway. Like
Mhm.
that sort of backfire only matters to me
Mm,
when it's showing that I have made an inefficient decision, not
right.
when it's just like the random tile that came into my hand. Like I'm never going to not discard something because I'm scared of the backfire.
Mhm.
Like I'm going to discard something because I think it's most efficient or the most valuable discard.
Right.
Hugh, that's a lot of hypotheticals. Like letting the 9S become your pair, assuming that you're going to get rid of
Mhm.
everything else, like that's a lot of stuff to be moving around. It seems
Mhm.
too easy to end up in a Shanpon where half of your weight is dead.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, does it make sense to overthink this so much? Like, uh, like none of these possibilities seem like they're really, really like the idea of getting Itsu here is like pretty far fetched. Like, I don't see that happening. Sanshoku seems really far fetched. Chitoi could happen, but it's not even going to be worth that much, and it's going to be a bad weight. And like if we had a pair of Dora in our hand already, then I feel like Chitoi would be a much stronger option because we could get a Baimon that way. Like who knows what's going to happen when you've got a Chitoi with 2 Dora. I feel like we should like I don't know, just
But
dropping like dropping the 8 or the 9. I think are perfectly good options. The 9 so I don't know like because you're leaving
like I
yourself with
want to
the
keep. I need value. I want to keep the Sanshoku possibility alive.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
if I'm gonna discard from the 899 shape, I'm discarding the 9 so for that reason. But
right. Yeah. I
I,
get discarding the 9 so also seems fine just because you have so many pairs, but it just feels dirty to discard the 9 so from the 899.
but the 9 so doesn't help the 899 shape because there's 2 9s already discarded.
I
Unless
guess.
all of my other pairs go away, which like Hugh
Right.
was talking about that in the chat, but like
Yeah.
I
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, like with it being half dead, it does make more sense to just drop one.
but let's
Um,
move on to the 6 peen that I asked about later.
okay.
Here.
Okay. So what's the question here? If so
Should
call
I
this and go
cheat?
for Honitsu?
I mean, I guess I could actually even pawn this, but
Um, well, let me see here. So you could take the 4 5 6 and like drop the 7, one of the 7s. And if you drop the 8, you could try and yeah, I don't know. Like I guess you could end up with a 3 Honitsu here. Um, I don't know. Like I feel like it'd be better just to keep this closed rather than call this because you're already close to a complete hand, and maybe you could reach in win on the south. Um,
I mean, I feel like it's the value proposition again, right? Like if I call the 6 peen, I can call the 6 peen, discard the 9 so.
mhm. Right.
We can
Yeah.
end up with South Andorra or
Right. I guess that.
South 22.
Yeah. I think the like miracle thing to happen here is draw a third south, Ricci with Dora. We get a base 3 Han Ricci, and we like sumo to Ura Hanuman. Something like that could happen theoretically.
But we should
Uh,
probably call this 6 peen.
um, is that the
Oh,
case?
Hugh is saying to chi the 6 peen to confirm a 4 5 6 in case Itsu does still come later, which
um,
is fair.
right. I mean, I wasn't thinking of pawning that anyway.
Well, I like the shape that pawning leaves behind. The 4 5 5 is fine, but if you chi it, you'd be left with 4 5 6 6 7 8 9, which is also fine.
Well, well,
Oh no, you
you'd
wouldn't
have
have a
five
4.
six.
5 6 6.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing.
Well, I mean,
Um,
4 5 5 is better than 5 6 6 with all the 6 peen already gone. But
yeah. Well, anyway,
but
yeah,
for
I don't
but
know.
for the Itsu, but for thinking about the possibility of a future Itsu, chi the four
Yeah,
five six also makes sense.
yeah, I don't know. This seems weird. It seems weird to me to chi this when we don't know if we're gonna get the south, and if we don't get the south, it'll be a two Honitsu. Um, I don't know. To me, this seems like a bad thing to do. I don't understand. What am I missing here?
Well, I mean, like we have to think too about how I'm going to get to Tempai.
Uh-huh.
And like if I don't call this,
Hmm.
then I guess I can get to Tempai with the 4 peen or the 7 peen. And then I would have a Shanpon weight on 7 Mon and South, and I could have a potential just Ricci only,
Hmm.
which is worth nothing. So
Right.
calling and like saying I am only going to win this hand if it has some amount of value, or trying to make it that way by calling and going for Itsu or going for Honitsu or getting Dora, whatever it may be. Like,
Right. Yeah. I guess.
well, 4 peen would be Ipeco, so I guess drawing the 7 peen would be the unhelpful path to Tenpai here.
Yeah. So I guess you could. I guess you could end up. So you could open here, get the Souths, and either get Honitsu for 3 Han, or get a Dora for 2 Han, or maybe get the Itsu as well. Right. So yeah, I guess it feels bad to me, but I guess like there's not many options here.
Mm-hmm.
If you think you're probably going to open on the Souths anyway, like if you would call the Souths if they come out, then I guess it just makes sense to open on this anyway. Anyway, let's keep going. I don't want to get stuck here too long. Okay, there's the 3.
Boom.
Okay. You get a close to Onitsu here. Okay. We're 1 away here now, right? But yeah, like if the South comes out now, we have to call it, right? So not like it makes that much difference.
Does the four doesn't get us to Tenpai, does it?
Well, let me see.
Go back. Go back to when it was discarded. Oh, you've gone too far. Forward. When Kamicha discards it.
Oh, I see.
Right now.
I see. Well, let me see. Yeah,
If I-
4, 5, 6.
If I key that,
It does, yeah, because it's a Shampoo.
yep, Champon 9 peen south. So I have to take that chi.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you have to, but yeah, I think that that's a
Well,
good thing to take. It's a 3 tile. I feel like the Souths are not coming out, but yeah, I think you have to take it. Maybe you really are like hungry for a closed Tonitsu. I can
I mean, I could
understand.
definitely use the value of a closed Honitsu, but
Yeah.
I mean, everybody else is open. Like, how am I going to compete with these?
Okay. So this is still not Tenpai.
Yeah, this is still Ishanten.
Yeah, interesting. Is this this is Chitoi Ishanten too, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Okay. That would be a good thing to get. Closed Honitsu Chitoi. Okay. Keeping the chance for Itsu.
Boom.
Oh, but hold on. No Itsu. Waiting on the 2 here.
Yeah, waiting on the 2. If I had discarded 8 and 9, no, because my pair
Yeah,
would
I don't
have to
think there's
idle.
any. Yeah, I think it looked like it was. It looked to me like it could be an Itsu, but I don't think it really could have been though.
There's only 1 2 peen left.
Oh, that sucks.
And everybody was Tenpai.
Well, that was a hand. Ah, boy. All right. Jan Pico. All right. Well, there we go. This shape.
It's always an awkward shape.
Yeah.
Chi.
Dora.
Oh, yeah. The 9 seal. Yeah, just giving me that 4.
G.
Keeping the Unpeiko possibilities open. I believe in it. Okay. Going for Chitoi?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think I wanted to discard any more Sozu.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely what was going on.
Yeah.
I didn't want to discard any Sozu, and at this point,
Chi.
I would, yeah, because this is maddening.
Okay, well here's the Chitoyu Shanten again.
The 3 had just passed. I'll discard any Mon tile. The I7 Mon.
Oh, coming near the end here already. Still a chance for Tenpai. No. Okay. Oh well. Finally South 3 though. Oh, this is a nice looking hand. Okay. Looking at chat a little bit.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, this is Ishanten.
Yeah. You're gonna win this hand, right? Yeah, I mean you're more likely to get Itsu on the left here. Alright. Yeah, so it looks like got Itsu in mind here. Holding on to the Dora. Maybe get a second Dora.
I was dealt Ishanten and my hand still hasn't improved. Now I chase, throwing the Dora in.
Yeah. So yeah, so Pinfu possibility of Itsu. No Dora or anything. But you could get I guess the most you can get is a Mangan here. Well, I guess on Sumo you could get Hanima. Just wanted Sumo the 6 Mon, you know. The Mon tiles are not existing in this round.
They are nowhere to be found in the pool.
Oh God. Okay, this is a game. Ah boy.
Yeah, and then like all that time, Ishanten for 9 tiles before I get to Tenpai, and then I deal into the Kanchan that I chased.
Yeah, and this is such a hopeless situation. I guess you can at least try and get some points.
Each.
I don't know about this Ricci though.
I mean,
Waiting just on the 3-pin.
All right. Here's the thing: there is absolutely zero chance of me getting out of 4th place.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to drop 3rd place below 30,000 because of sliding Uma.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is my one and only goal.
Right. Oh, so you're hoping that you can just get them to fold, maybe, if nothing else.
No, fold or sumo or hit. Like I feel like I pass Ron on 1st place or 2nd place.
Oh.
Sumo.
But I get the sumo. So just drop 3rd place to below 30K.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's essentially a 10,000 point sumo as far as my overall points are concerned.
Right, yeah, that's helpful. Okay. I mean, that could be, so it would have been minus 46 instead of minus 36 if you had won that.
Right.
Round. So that's a very substantial improvement. Like that's not much difference than between 1st and 2nd here.
I mean, that is. I mean, minus 36 is still a fucking horrible outcome for me.
But it's plus 10. Like it's that one round got you plus 10, which is what 2nd place got. So you might as well have got 2nd place. That's my my logic.
I mean, I am basically set up. Like I really don't see myself. I'm just gonna have to hope that the things that I learned from the games I played this year, or not this year, this season, help me get back into A2 next season, because I'm going to rank down. Like, there's no way I don't.
Well, I mean, this game was kind of a nightmare. I mean, we pointed out some mistakes you made, but I don't feel like you like tilted really hard or anything. I don't think that you played very badly at all. Because I mean, we're like the main thing that he was pointing out was like, oh, you shouldn't have folded quite as much here and there. Like that's not a huge criticism. But that game was just a nightmare in terms of what happened, in terms of the events that occurred. Do you want to look at a couple more logs here?
Yeah, I definitely can't do 2 more.
One more?
I can do 1 more. I just
Okay.
don't have the stamina for one more. Watching a log is so much more draining than like
Mhm,
watching a live game
mhm.
because there's no excitement in the log. It is all thinking. When you're watching a game, you do no thinking and only
Mhm.
excitement.
Oh, I better bring the screen back up. Okay. I almost started the log without bringing the turning the stream back on. Okay. All right. We're starting out second dealer. Decent looking hand here.
This
All
is
right.
not something you need to pause for,
Mhm,
but since I like kind of like this hand and there's not a lot of honors to get rid of, I wouldn't have discarded the north on the
mm.
first discard
Uh-huh.
because to avoid 4-win draw.
That's never happened to me, so it doesn't occur to me as a concern.
Uh, that's another. I guess there's no 4-win draw in Sanma,
Mm,
but like if I am worried about someone
mhm,
doing a Kyushu Kyuhai,
mhm.
like if I have a really good hand as dealer, I will call Akita even if I don't need to or don't want to yet. Just to. This has been such a normal hand for you.
I think in this situation I'm concerned about this hand, and yeah, this hand is concerning as well because of the Dora. Like, but even this hand, like, it's not that concerning. Just because it, like, again, because it's Silver Room. You can't be overly terrified of everything. Um, and I have an
Yeah,
Ishan 10 here for a Menton pin, so
yeah. You missed. You should have discarded the Tuso instead of the two peen
uh,
because you
right,
can get 2, 3, 4 Sanshoku.
right.
And the seven mon is your pair. Did you not want to discard a Sotile just concerned about North and West?
That may have been the case.
Oh,
Yeah,
all the two mon are gone. Yeah, the two mon are gone anyway, so you can't get the Sanshoku. I still feel like the two peen's more efficient.
yeah. I think that at this stage, yeah, I don't know if it really matters that much because this is like a good Ishan 10 regardless.
Yeah, it's
Um,
nice.
I think
Just
I may have.
and
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, if I'm gonna end up dropping the two, so anyway, I may as well drop it now. But
well, you
yeah,
might never get. I guess that's one of the questions too. Like, you could Sakagiri the Tuso. Also, though, you could just never get to Tempai and never need to drop the Tuso.
right, right. And I think I'm looking
And
at the.
now you drop the Tuso.
I think what I'm doing here is I'm looking at this up here, and I'm seeing, okay, they haven't dropped any honors or so tiles. I mean, they did drop this honor tile, but they called after that. But they called and then they dropped the Formon, which they could be in Tempai, but I'm willing to risk putting this down. Although this could be a
Yeah,
Hanemon, maybe it's not worth the risk. But like, yeah,
you just
being
don't
being
trust them.
aggressive. I think I tend to use that metric. Like, I'll wait until they discard the so tile or honor tile before I really start to worry, because otherwise I'll just never stop worrying and I'll never be able to discard anything.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And meanwhile, Jianshi 1 gets a Mon Honitsu, and I guess they did discard two So tiles. I was about to say without ever discarding a So tile, but that's just because all of the So tiles they discarded got called.
Mhm.
Obvious Chanta. Discard that 5 Mon. Get it out of here.
I love 5 mon though. Okay,
Discard them both now, just out of spite.
holding on to this floating Dora. Probably get rid of it pretty soon. I think.
You still only have 4 blocks, which is kind of
Yeah,
wild because this hand looks so nice. There you go.
yeah.
That's a block.
Yeah, I mean, getting the 5th block is usually pretty easy. Okay, yeah, actually end up
Yeah.
reaching on the 9-1. But I don't feel like I reached a situation where it was especially, like, bad to keep it. I just got really good draws.
Yeah. And I mean, of course, you're going to reach you this. Your
Yeah.
hand value is not going to improve. Well, I guess you could draw if you draw a 4-mon or a 6-mon, you'd have
Yeah,
Pinfu.
yeah, I
But
could have waited around for Pinfu, but, like, I think it's better to like, this is the Shampoo Way with an honor. One of them is dropped already, so I think I was hesitant about this because of the North drop. So yeah, actually, maybe it is a little sketchy, but I mean, I'm dealer.
and someone might do that.
Yeah, yeah, because it's Silver Room, someone might do that. Almost still
Classic,
first.
classic Aka 5 discard.
Look at
Ooh,
this beautiful pocket, red dragon, Chun, pocket Chun,
Kokishi.
Pokemon. I think going for Kokushi in ranked is something I don't know if I've ever really done that before.
I mean, you've done it in Sanma, I'm sure.
Yeah, in Sama, that's for sure. Those were some of my first wins in Tenho Sanma. Is getting Kokushi. I was doing so poorly. That was the only way I could win.
I did. I went for Kokishi in an ARML game the other day. I got to like run away, but
Okay, taking the Ishan 10. Two-Han hand. And yeah, I dropped this north. Like, yeah, as soon as it started to become inefficient, I did drop it. Okay.
waiting on the 4-mon.
But I don't think I've had a good test of like if I was in Tushan 10, I might keep the north
Hmm.
even though it was inefficient depending on the situation.
Yeah, switching to the Shanpon I think makes sense here because yeah, they haven't discard like they are emptying their hand of pin tiles. You know they don't if they draw the other 9-pin, it's going to come out. But they end
Yeah,
up drawing the 4.
I mean, yeah, it's on. So I mean, either way, it's on like I guess it's 4 tiles versus 3 tiles, but there's one 9-pin, which is a lot more likely to come out. Hold on, let me.
Whoa.
Where did I switch? So here,
Right, yeah.
so there are, yeah. So there's all four mon, but yeah, the mon tiles are pretty expensive. So yeah, I feel like switching to the shampoo here is significantly better, like you said. Okay, yeah, yeah. Look at this beautiful, beautiful Dora and ugly hand.
And that's North.
Yeah.
I I honestly would have probably held on to the E, like tossed the one so instead of the
Hmm.
East or South.
I
Well, the
think
South, I guess, is also worthless to you, but
I think what I'm thinking here is I've already got plenty of value. I'm just maximizing efficiency as much as possible.
I think that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, you do already
Yeah.
have 3 Han.
I mean, it's almost East 4 too, so like this game's practically over already. I don't really need a big hand. To,
So did you not pawn the 8-mon because you are like committed to pawning the Hatsu?
um, that's a good question. I probably should have pawned. I was talking about going for maximum efficiency, and that certainly is. Um,
Reducing Shanten is typically good efficiency.
yeah, yeah. I should have called the 8 and dropped the 5. I probably was mad at myself after this because I said, "Oh, I'm like, why did I not call that?" Yeah, I probably was like just had a brain fart and thought I needed the Yakuhai or something. I don't know. I don't know why I did this. Like this this is the comment I keep making. I don't know why I did that. Maybe just playing in silver just turns me into a maniac. I guess I don't know what to
Do
say.
we have a I don't know why I did that like sticker or emote in the server yet?
I don't think we do. I don't think we do.
I feel like we need one.
Or temporary mahjong insanity. Both of those we could have. Okay, and
Both of those
I
would
ended up
work.
dealing in because I didn't call the stupid.
I mean, you would have. Well, I guess you would have shifted the tiles with the pawn, but like you deal in either way. Your hand didn't complete in either situation. I don't think. Like
Yeah,
you never drew or had the chance to cheat
right.
either of your runs. So
Yeah, I mean, my situation is pretty much the same anyway. Like, that didn't really hurt me. It just kept me from getting first. Oh, nice draw as triple there. Now we're two away. And yeah, I dropped the door pretty fast here. Okay. Got too many shapes now.
who needs two pairs?
So we'll see what I get rid of. Get rid of the 7. Should I have
I mean,
dropped? I mean, yeah, I probably should get rid of the 7, I guess. Like,
well,
despite having.
something you could do if you wanted to force value is you could have dropped one of your pairs,
Mhm,
expecting to drop the 7 mon later. But if you draw an 8 mon, then
mhm,
you actually have a reasonable shot at Pinfu.
right. And that is, yeah, increasing my value is very good here, given that I could steal first if I get a reasonably high valued hand. Oh,
Wait, what?
Home.
Why did you discard the 2 mon?
okay. Yeah, I think that I just wanted to get rid of the 6 shape something. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop one of the Dianmin.
Okay.
Is that is that bad?
Like I said, I probably would have dropped like
I guess I have 3
the
pairs.
18. Yeah, I probably would have dropped the 18 earlier,
Yeah, I could drop one of these pairs. Yeah, I think I didn't realize how many pairs I had.
but I mean, I also don't. You could still get Toy. Like,
Mhm. Yeah.
maybe I'm not counting everything in the pond, and Toy would might be enough as well to get you what you need.
Mm.
Now they are calling the oh god, so many calls. There's the 8 mon.
Yeah, I mean, probably just good. Like in this situation, despite how it looks over here, probably still gonna get second. Like most likely, because it's just gonna be a random winner anyway. Um,
Just shrugging.
yeah, I guess I'm just folding against this player, or not folding. I don't know if I'm folding, but certainly doesn't look like I'm going to get much to have accomplished here. Dropping the pair of 7s.
Better than the pair of 8s, I guess.
Well, there's Suchi against. I think that's what I was thinking. I just don't want to deal in over here. And I end up not being in tempai at the end, and that could get me. Yeah,
Oh, because you can't chi the 5, so
end up getting
oh, but
in.
there's gonna be another hand.
Right. Okay, one more chance. One more chance. Yeah, I think I don't think that there was much I could do there. Was there? Did I?
No, I don't think so.
I just didn't
Like
happen to.
if you had dumped the like the 8 peen when you drew the 7 mon,
Mhm.
I do think you would have ended up tempai, but that's that's that kind of hypothetical game. I don't think there's a lot of worth that I
Right.
can look at. No, you, Bill, you raider! I cannot believe you did this.
I didn't keep the hidden Jankan.
How
I'm sorry.
fucking could you?
In fact, I despise the hidden Jankan, and I will bring it down.
You just horror of a human.
Okay.
And
Yeah, so I guess I'm hoping I can get some value somewhere here. because I need to win more than 1,000 points. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that exactly.
Are you thinking Honitsu?
I guess I have 4 Hinutsu shapes now. It's not looking too likely, but I mean this is Silver Room. Anything is possible. Yeah, I guess I mean I could also get like red 5, I guess, or I could get the Dora. If I get even one Dora and I get a direct hit, that would be enough. 2,600 points. So yeah, a Atsumo would not be enough.
You
But
have had kind of a problem drawing things.
okay. Getting rid of the Dora. I guess it was the last Dora, so that was totally safe actually. At least against this player, it was safe. Okay. Taking the Tempai. This is on Totsu. 5. Hold on. Okay. I ended up getting the 2 Hanan, but not actually yeah, because of the Rishi
Ricci stick.
stick and the Honba. Yeah. Okay. I guess the Honba wasn't needed, but we did get one. Oh wait, no, we didn't. Okay. There was no Honba. There was no repeat, right? I thought I saw a Honba up in the corner, but there was no repeat. Okay. But yeah, I ended up
No, there
getting
was a
second.
repeat.
There was?
Because in repeat 0,
Oh
everyone
right,
else
right,
was
right.
10 and you weren't.
Oh right. Okay, yes, you're correct. Okay. All right, yeah, so that ended up working out. I think I was taking a big risk there, but I was also worried about getting in 4th, and that could have happened just due to being not in Tempai. So I think I had a lot of incentive to push there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So how are you feeling? So should we end there, or should we do one more?
I am done, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. I know it was very fun. I think that'll be it
Yeah.
for this week.
Entertaining games. Silver Room, boy howdy. Boy howdy is Silver Room a room.
Yeah, we're going to be out of there soon, so enjoy it while you can.
You can I keep saying this. You can keep playing Silver Room when you get expert. Like, you don't have to stop.
I know, but I want to venture into the depths of gold and see how lovely it is there compared to
Learn the new
silver.
meta.
I'm sure the players in gold are all complete experts. They know exactly what they're doing. They count Suji, all of that.
Yeah.
But all right,
All
that'll
right.
be it. See you guys next week. If you want to come back for another log review, feel free to send us a log or whatever if you want us to take a look at it. So thanks.
Deuces.